From north to south, east to west, we're going to explore the earth full of wonders and mysteries. Welcome to Finding Earth.
How would a lion look if he shaved all his beard? It would be difficult for us to identify male lion from female. Nature has our own way of defining everything that she is made up of. So we should live all naturally and try to avoid being artificial. Human has facial hair, whether male or female. But why are males more hairy, which females find out to be sexy? The facial follicles of men usually produce thicker, darker hairs that ends up as substantial beards, which is natural, of course, if not trimmed back regularly. A man's facial hair follicles respond aggressively to testosterone, the sex hormone abundant in men. Because of this hormonal difference, the beard or facial hair, more broadly, is a classic secondary sexual characteristic, a trait that differs between the sexes but does not directly contribute to reproduction, like for example the genitals do. There are many examples of such characteristics in humans. On average, men have beards and thicker body hair, while women have breasts and wider hips. Men and women on average look very different from each other, partly thanks to men's facial hair, but interestingly, women don't seem that interested in beards. While some studies have found that women like a bit or even a lot of facial hair on men, other studies have reported that they prefer the clean-shaven look. We have seen that some very important people were bearded. From the images of Jesus Christ, we came to know he had long hair and long beard. The great artist Leonardo da Vinci, great Bangladeshi poet Rabindranath Tagore had long hair and beard. Galileo Galilei was an Italian polymath, astronomer, physicist, engineer, philosopher, and mathematician, had a determined face with beard. Johannes Kepler, the German mathematician, astronomer, and astrologer, was also bearded. Plato was a philosopher in classical Greece and the founder of the Academy in Athens, the first institution of higher learning in the Western world. He was a bearded man. Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher and scientist, had beard too. Archimedes of Syracuse was a Greek mathematician, physicist, engineer, inventor, and astronomer. Pythagoras of Samos was an Ionian Greek philosopher, mathematician. These people were bearded too. The Muslims following Islam have rules of having beard. Muhammad had beard. Muslims believe he was the messenger of Allah. He said, "Be different from mushrikeen. Let your beard grow and trim your mustaches." It is easy for us to find out a Muslim this way. We can find them in a crowd. A man's ability to grow a fulsome beard isn't actually neatly linked to his testosterone levels. Despite this, a number of studies have suggested that both men and women perceive men with beards as older, stronger, and more aggressive than others, and dominant men can get more mating opportunities by intimidating rivals to stand aside. Dominance can provide a staggering shortcut to mating opportunities. Genetic evidence indicates that about 8% of male population of Asia today is a descendant of Genghis Khan and his family. Beards aren't the only feature that can convey dominance. Voices do too. People tend to vote for leaders with lower-pitched voices, and during competitive tasks, men lower the pitch of their voice if they think they're more dominant than their opponent.
If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money, but what I do have, I have a very particular set of skills.
Like facial hair, voice pitch also easily distinguishes men and women. To help trace the evolutionary origin of beards and voices, there was a test. 20 men and 20 women were asked to rate the dominance and attractiveness of 6 men who were videotaped on 4 occasions as they let their facial hair grow. A computer software was used to create 4 versions of each video where the men's voices had been changed to sound higher and lower pitched. Beards didn't affect a man's attractiveness rating consistently, but those who let their facial hair grow were perceived as more dominant. It was found that male voices that sounded deeper than average were rated as the most attractive. Really deep or high pitches weren't as popular.
I love you.
In contrast, men's voices were perceived as increasingly dominant the lower they were.
Shut up.
But the point is that whether it's facial hair or something else, we often see this pattern of competing requirements leading to differences in appearances. You can't please everyone all the time.
Thanks for watching. This is your host, Tracy Gomez. Please subscribe. See you in my next video.